Hello and welcome to another difficulty check. Now, since I've been hooked on Final Fantasy recently, Final Fantasy 14 to be exact, I decided to go for a game that I knew very well and I've actually beat a few times, which was Resident Evil 2. It's one of my favorite games, so I might be a little biased if the hardcore difficulty is good or not, which spoiler, I think it is. I think it's very good difficulty. But, it has 3 difficulty modes. It's got assisted, standard, and hardcore. Standard is just, normal game mode. Nothing crazy there. Assisted makes it so that you get aim assist. The enemies are slightly weaker, both in how much damage they take and how much damage they deal. And you'll actually regenerate health without hitting items to a certain point. With hardcore, enemies are tougher than normal. They're stronger, so they hit harder. There's no autosaving, and you need ink ribbon. And I've said it time and time again, I hate it when games don't allow you to play on the hardest difficulty right away. Give me that choice, let me get ripped apart. But this game, luckily, it understands that there are masochists out there who want that thrill of being the hardest difficulty. Now, for this game, I didn't do that because I knew I'd really like it, and I wanted to enjoy the game and not hate myself when I get killed by like 10 different zombies. So I ran through on standard just to kind of get the feel for the story. My first run was Leon A, and then I went to right to Claire B, and then Leon B, Claire B, and I did all those on standard. Then I went for Leon A hardcore. Now, I can't really talk about the hardcore for any of the other runs, even Claire A, even though I did Claire A's, because I don't remember hers. I just remember there being more liquors and less Mr. X, but he showed up sooner than Leon's. But yeah, I pretty much only did Leon A's hardcore, and I've done it like 5 or 6 times. Now, back to the ink ribbons. There are 25-ish in hardcore, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. And I think with my most recent playthrough, which is the footage playing now, I saved around 20 times, I want to say, and actually skipped some ink ribbons. So I feel like 25 is about right. And I can say if you ever find that you ran out of ink ribbons, then you probably saved a little too much, because I feel like they always have just enough, maybe a little too many. Pretty much what I did, if I ever felt like if I died right now, I would quit because I lost so much progress. That's when I would save. Whenever I felt like if I quit, it's just like, well, I'm done, because I didn't save. That's I would find the closest save spot and save right then and there. There is a challenge run to get an S rank, which requires you to only save 3 times and not use any of the infinite items, except the infinite knife, I think, is allowed. I won't really talk about that much. I did it, but that's more of like a challenge run, in my opinion, not like just plain old hardcore. I mean, it is, but I just like talking about the difficulty itself and not any sort of challenge run. I don't feel like the normal zombie enemies are all that bad. I took a few bites, but I almost always had enough heals. I don't think I was ever low on heals. When I needed them, I had them. It could have just been the fact that, I played it a lot, but I hadn't played in months. So maybe muscle memory helped me kind of dodge some bites that I might have taken. But even then, I had more than enough heals. I think I even left some heals laying around. I never really played the original games, but from what I heard a lot was, at least for the first 2 or 3, you don't have to kill every zombie. Although, I would say I did, and it made the Mr. X attack a lot less scary because I wasn't constantly running into zombies except for a few parts. Like the run to the wire cutter area, where you have to cut that last, not wire cutter. Is it wire cutter? Chain cutter. Either way. The first time you run to that area with the chain cutters, and all those zombies start spawning, that was the only hallway I don't think I cleared. And I'm not sure what happened to all the zombies. I feel like they disappeared because I only had like one in the hallway when Mr. X was chasing me when I went to go get the library crank. So yeah, I murdered almost every zombie, and I was fine on ammo. And by fine on ammo, I mean I was great because I only used the Matilda in the police station, except for 2 zombies, I believe. It was a zombie that was hanging from the ceiling when you go to get the lady medallion, and the other zombie was during the first run through for the chain cutter. There was one zombie that you have to kind of get past, and I just shot him in the head and ran past him and went behind the other guy. So I only used 2 shotgun shells. Maybe 3, because I think the guy hanging from the ceiling didn't take the headshot the first time I shot him. So I used 3 shotgun shells the whole time in the police station. I didn't use any in the sewers. I don't think I killed any zombies in the sewers, actually. I'm trying to think. I think I killed a couple of G adults. But that was with the flamethrower, which is the only thing I really use a flamethrower for. That and the vine men. They're very weak to the flamethrower. I killed a bunch of zombies in the lab. I also didn't kill any lickers. I believe I used a flash. Well, I tried using a flash on one, it didn't work. Well, I think it did work, but I tried pushing the shelf out of the way to get back into the library, and it attacked me and hurt me, so I ran a different way, which I hadn't run before, and there was more lickers. I think Mr. X was there. It was a fun run. Definitely different. So pretty much I ran through the whole game using only the Matilda, stockpiling all my shotgun ammo and every high-powered gunpowder I got. I ended up with about 20 plus shotgun shells and I believe around 60 magnum ammo. And I had pistol ammo to spare, killing almost every zombie in the police station and kind of bypassing most of the ones in the sewers and killing all of the ones near the cafeteria, the zombies near the cafeteria, and the ones inside the lunchroom. I think that's what it's called. So yeah, I killed most of the lab zombies too, with just pistol. I had more than enough ammo on hardcore. And that was just using the normal gunpowder for handgun bullets. And never for shotgun bullets. I pretty much saved my shotgun bullets for bosses. Like the first fight with Birkin, I used all my handgun ammo, all my shotgun ammo. I believe I used a grenade or 2, maybe a flash. And that was with me starting the fight by knifing him, and also ending the fight by knifing him. I got punched to the ground, I just stood back up and started knifing him, and I just barely killed him. Just barely. So even though I had played through a bunch, I still, I was being super stingy with my ammo, so I probably could have killed him easier if I wasn't holding back all my magnum ammo and not making any shotgun ammo. But even holding back like that, I still just barely beat him. The second boss fight, which I believe is the second version of Birkin, I think I used shotgun ammo, pistol ammo, a few grenades, and a flash again. Beat him pretty easily. I think I had ammo left over. I didn't use any magnum, and I actually got more magnum ammo from that fight. So yeah, for this, I just think playing on standard first is better. Like, you could easily just jump into hardcore and play through that and have a lot of fun. I think it's just a perfect balance of hard and not too hard. But it still can get difficult in points. If you screw yourself over and miss all your shots because you're panicking, then yeah, you could probably end up having no ammo. And if you don't rotate your saves, I guess that's what it's called. I never used that term before. But if you just keep saving in multiple slots, and you always have a new save, you can always go back to the point where you actually had ammo and could rethink your time and figure out what happened and maybe aim better. Also, I feel like this is pretty well known, but slashing zombies when they fall down and are dead, I did quotes if you couldn't tell, is a very good idea because a lot of times they're not dead. So slashing them until they stop moving completely is a very good way to conserve ammo. And if you did, I think standard unlocks the infinite knife, and infinite knife doesn't screw your grade up. I would definitely say take that along on your hardcore run. No shame in it. Just take that, shoot the zombie in the kneecaps a few times. I'd actually aim for the head. I used to do kneecaps, but with a chance of getting criticals, which I feel like I got really lucky on criticals on my current playthrough. But aim for the head. If they fall down, knife them, or aim for the leg when they lose their leg and start crawling, go behind them, knife them, and that can save the ammo. And even though it says for hardcore that zombies are tougher, so they take more hits, I feel like if you shoot them in the body, yes, maybe in the leg too, but in the head, just that chance of getting a critical. I don't know if the critical chance is lower or the same on hardcore, but for me, just usually aiming for the head really worked out. And I always felt like there was just enough items, there's just enough healing, just enough ammo, and just the right amount of zombies, which always really, kept me on my toes. And that's from someone who, like I said, I played multiple times, so the fact that hardcore can still, give me a real challenge says something. And it's fun, so I mean, there's that too. And with Mr. X, just remember, he can't catch up to you, even on hardcore. As long as you're running full speed, I think caution lowers your speed. I'm almost positive danger lowers your speed. But I don't think he can really hurt you in danger as long as you keep running. So just take it easy, don't panic when he comes around. You'll be fine. Worst case, you die, just restart. And that's where multiple saves comes in. So pretty much using fire on plant boys, make silent feet around lickers, aim for the head for zombies, hoard your magnum bullets and shotgun bullets for the bosses, clear out zombies at the station, pick up everything you can. And if you do all that, I would say it's really not that bad. Still a challenge, but it's nothing monumental. It's not gonna just ruin your day. Not to say it's not thrilling and scary. It's very scary. I jumped a couple times, even though this was my 6th time playing this now. More if you count the standard runs, of course. And yeah, I still jumped a few times. I got scared. Even saying that, and just playing this a couple days ago, if someone asked me to, I'd play through it again. Easily. It's one of my favorite games to play, especially on the hardcore difficulty. So I can very much recommend it. Thanks for watching this difficulty check for Resident Evil 2.
Until detonation. You have arrived at the bottom level.